Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sean Ferguson, and I am part of the Acrisure team. And I am really thrilled to be here this morning to present to you a new strategy that we have worked closely with the association to bring to its members so that you can provide value both to yourself as well as to your employees. This presentation is going to go through some key benefits that we're able to offer at a group rate. Because you and your employees work and are members of the Brewers Association, they'll be offered to you at a group rate. These benefits are plans that pay directly to you and or plans that you can cover for some basic major medical needs. So we're very excited because we've been able to bring the price point down to make it affordable for our audience today. There's going to be plenty of time for questions here at the end. But with no further ado, let me jump into what we have to offer here. And thank you for your attendance today. First of all, I wanted to talk about the team. What you are about to see is the Employee Choice Benefits Captive. Now, this is the industry's first ever self-funded voluntary benefit captive. What that means to you is, again, we're able to offer products with more value than the industry's traditionally seen because we accomplish something called value chain compression. We here at Acrisure, we own all the various components that you'll see as part of this plan. So we are the carrier, we are the TPA or the administrators. We're the ones that pay out the claims, and we are the sole distributors of this product. So with that, we've been able to squeeze down the premium or the cost to you and provide more value in the products. Some of the team members on the screen that you'll see here, they have all been part in putting this strategy together over the past couple years. And we're really excited to have several clients in this captive today. But jumping into it, I think it's always important to start with the why. Hey, why should we do business with you? First of all, through Signature B&B, we are sponsors of the New York Brewers Association. And so we have worked with your association for the past several years, and we'll hear from David with Signature B&B towards the end of this presentation as well to comment more on that. But myself, my name's Sean Ferguson, and I've been in this segment of the industry now going on 20 years. And I entered this industry because of a near-death experience myself. 20 years ago, I was in a bad car accident. I was going through college at the time, put my head through a windshield, almost lost my life. At the time, I was wrapped up in the hospital, staples in my head, wondering, how am I going to continue to be able to pay my hospital bills and put myself through school? Lo and behold, my mother had an accident plan on me, which you'll see here in a moment. It paid me directly to help me stay on my feet while I was off. I used the benefits for things like food on the table, utilities, gas in my car to and from physical therapy. It was at that point in time that I became really interested in this industry and started doing more investigation and more work on why don't more people know that these types of policies exist. And so for the past 20 years, I have been a broker of these plans, meaning I have not worked for any of the insurance carriers out there, but have always quoted it out for my clients. Well, about 3 years ago, me and the team that you saw on the previous screen, we all got together and said, how can we make this better for our clients? And we decided the only way to make it better is to remove all the commissions that were paid out to be able to put that back into these policies. So you're going to see that here in a moment. But everything I discussed today, I want you to look at the screen and that center bullseye. This is for the value of the insured. We need to keep the most important thing, which is an enhancement to the benefits for your employees and for yourself. Secondly, we need to be able to provide this in a very efficient manner. Many of you on the call, you're running very slim margins, and you're wearing multiple hats. You are the CEO, you are the CFO, you are the HR director. And so we needed to find a way that we could deliver these options to you in a very efficient manner. Lastly, if we're able to accomplish those two things, we're going to be able to show you and share with you cost containment strategies that do include a dividend payment back to you, the employer, at the end of the claims year. So the products we're offering, Employee Choice is new and exclusive, Acrisure owned and developed supplemental voluntary benefit strategy. We offer easy to understand coverages with simplified administration, and again, dividends paid back to the employer. Our three staple products started with accident, which pays for any on or off the job accidents and injuries, critical illness, and hospital indemnity plans. We have since, though, expanded that product mix, which you'll see here again in a moment, to include dental, vision, as well as some mini med products at an affordable rate. So the need for supplemental benefits is this. Most of us want to be able to offer our employees some benefits, but unfortunately, they're too costly, too expensive. Employees are looking to be able to participate at an affordable rate, potentially through some payroll deductions. All metrics show that while employers can't always afford to increase the salary of their employees, they can afford to provide benefits at an affordable rate, which helps you to not only obtain, but also retain that higher quality employee. Many of us here that are running these breweries are more like families. You see your employees as family members as opposed to just another number or an employee of yours. And because of that, we've heard from many of you that you want to do what you can to help them out. This is going to be an option for you. Some of the importance of the products we're going through are this. It's going to allow you to enhance an existing or put in place a benefit package at no or low direct cost to your company. This is going to allow your employees to pick and choose whatever makes the most sense to them and their loved ones. As mentioned, this helps you to attract and retain those higher quality employees. And many of these plans pay cash benefits directly to the employee, so it won't interfere with any other coverage they may already have. So whether they're on a employer-sponsored major medical plan, a spousal plan, or even an individual marketplace plan, makes no difference. The benefits we show are the benefits they receive, and many of these plans are going to help with those first dollar exposure. What's coming out of employees' pocket before their major medical insurance kicks in? That's where these plans can really have a great impact. Some of the problems has been woes of administration, billing's difficult, folks get confused with claims, payroll deductions are all over the place. You don't know what to deduct when and for which employees. Enrollment is sometimes difficult. Needing to have a team of enrollers come in and actually meet with your employees one-to-one. We're going to alleviate a lot of those woes that the industry has experienced historically to make this an easy process for you and your teams. For those of you that do have payroll technology integrations, we can integrate with those. But lastly, and most importantly, we're going to show you how the industry today typically puts profits over people. We're going to turn that around and put people over profits, and that's where you'll see a surplus of the dividend. So when you look at the screen, these are some of the most common carriers in the space today. And these are carriers that we at Acrisure do offer to all of our clients. This is just an alternative to that, because when people pay premium dollars for an insurance policy, it really contributes to three different buckets. First of all is administration. Guess what? We have administration as well. Fortunately, we own that administration, and so we're able to really narrow the amount of premium dollars going towards that expense. Secondly is compensation. It's no secret that the reps are compensated on selling products. What we don't have is 10 different layers of hierarchy making a commission off those premium dollars. So we're able to minimize, again, the amount of premiums going towards the compensation. Lastly is claims. For most of the carriers out there today, what is not spent in premium, or I'm sorry, what is not spent in claims goes towards the bottom line or profit margin of those carriers. Okay, they have an obligation to shareholders to create a profit. What we do though is, as premiums come in, we by law need to have an outside audit to conduct and to show what amount came in premium and what amount was spent out in claims. 75% of that claim surplus is paid back to you, the employer, for the benefit of you and your employees. And so that is one of the startling differentiators with our strategy when compared to what you see on the market, is the fact that this is really intended to provide value to you and your employees, as opposed to profit sharing for the underlying shareholders of a carrier. Some of the products, or I'm sorry, the solution though, we identified 3 different stakeholders. First of which is the employer. We're going to, again, return 75% of that claim surplus back to each employer for the benefit of you and your employees each and every year. Secondly, for the employee, all the plans we discussed today, they're offered guaranteed issued, so you can't be turned down due to pre-existing conditions. Secondly, for any of you that might offer one of those carriers you saw on the screen, we can take over that existing coverage and offer continuation of coverage. Basically, we can take over credit or take over the products that are in force today if you do offer with another carrier, and provide ours first day coverage. So there's no new waiting periods or elimination periods that need to be satisfied. You're going to see some low cost benefits with high value built in. Lastly, for the benefit administrator, which in many cases is the employer, we're going to show you ease of administration, composite rates, meaning it is the same price and product for all employees. This in turn creates the ability for us to provide very easy billing, because again, it's same price, same product, all employees, all ages, all smoker statuses across the nation. This is Acrisure owned. That means quality control. God forbid there is a problem, the buck stops here. We're able to deal with it and resolve it internally, again, because we own all the various components. So let's jump into the products though. The first product we're going to discuss is an accident plan. This plan pays you and your employees for any off-the-job accidents and injuries. I do want to clarify, it is off the job, not on and off the job, as I mentioned earlier. This is off the job accident. So anytime you and your employees get hurt and seek treatment, this plan pays a benefit. It could be anything as minor as a bee sting, sunburn, poison ivy, to something as severe as a car accident like I had, where there might be nights spent in the hospital. What this plan does though, is it's going to provide a bucket of $5,000 or $10,000, a high and a low plan, to be paid out based upon the actual charges from the facility you receive treatment in. So if you get hurt, go and seek treatment, give us your EOB or your invoice when you get back, and we pay you that amount up to $5,000. This helps to take care of those out-of-pocket expenses for accidents and injuries. For an initial visit, God forbid you twist an ankle and you go in and seek treatment, and the doctor says you're fine, go home and put ice on it, you'll still receive a benefit. You get the benefit for seeking the treatment because an accident still occurred. So it's going to be $150 for that initial visit for urgent care or primary, or $500 for an ER. Now, that same ankle injury, God forbid the doctor didn't say go home, put ice on it. Maybe you sprained, dislocated, or fractured that ankle. Whatever the additional treatments needed, that's what starts to add up and pull out from that $5,000 bucket of money. So Very simply put, this accident plan covers you for off-the-job accidents and injuries up to $5,000 or $10,000 of expenses per covered person on the plan. The next plan that's offered is the critical illness plan. This plan pays a lump sum of $10,000 or $20,000 upon the diagnosis of four main events: heart attack, stroke, cancer, and end-stage renal or kidney failure. God forbid you're diagnosed, you receive that lump sum benefit up front to give you peace of mind that you have some money coming in to take care of the bills. What's nice about this policy is it does include a $50 wellness benefit. That wellness benefit can be spent down towards annual wellness exams, like your well woman or guys, our annual physical, PSA blood work. It can also be used for PCR COVID testing if that's a need of yours. But that's included both for the employee and if you choose spousal coverage, paid out for the spouse as well. This plan's guaranteed issued. Now, in the beginning, I shared a little bit about my car accident. I'm really a poster child for these plans. When I was 11, I had open heart surgery. It's only through an opportunity like this I can get coverage on myself because, again, there are no medical questions asked to qualify for the coverage. Now, there is a 12-12 pre-X, meaning anything you've been treated for in the past 12 months, that and that only isn't covered for the next 12. But after 1 year, everything is covered. The last plan is hospital plan. This pays you a benefit for being admitted to the hospital, plus a nightly benefit for every night you're there. It pays either $1,000 or $2,000 for the higher the low plan, plus $100 or $200 again every night you're there. Whether it's accident, injury, sickness, disease, or pregnancy, this benefit pays out. Now, there is a 9-month wait on pregnancy. That means that once the policy goes into force, no benefit will be paid for pregnancy within the first 9 months of coverage. Doesn't mean you can't get pregnant within the first 9 months, just no benefit will be paid out for the pregnancy within that first 9 months. This is the most comprehensive plan in that, again, it is paying whether it's accident, sickness, disease. Anytime these benefits overlap, or I'm sorry, the policies overlap, the benefits do as well. So God forbid you're in one of those car accidents where you get hospitalized and you have both the hospital and the accident plan, both plans would provide a benefit to you and your family. Now, included in the plans are 2 additional value adds. These are built into each of the 3 plans you just saw, and it helps us both to become better consumers of our care, to be able to receive more affordable care, as well as you'll see it helps to negotiate down hospital bills. And I'm going to play 2 quick videos really to illustrate how this works.
MoneyMap is a low-cost locator that helps provide affordable access to care. Medical care is the most expensive at hospitals, so if your doctor prescribes care, don't go to the hospital unless you need hospitalized. Avoid the harassment of a high-cost, surprise hospital bill by using MoneyMap. MoneyMap focuses on care at blood work centers, imaging centers, surgery centers, and urgent care centers that are independent of hospitals. There are many non-hospital, in-network medical facilities. This is where savings occur. Health insurance companies permit 1,000% pricing variation for the same care item in the same city in the same network. These networks do not protect you financially. MoneyMap does. MoneyMap eliminates much of the pricing variation and saves on in-network care an average of $150 per blood draw, $700 per imaging study, $2,000 per GI scope and other surgery center care, and $2,000 by using an urgent care instead of going to the ER. If a health insurance company owned a gas station network, some members would pay $6 a gallon of gas, while others would pay $60 per gallon. That's your health plan. With MoneyMap, pricing variation is eliminated and care is affordable. Simply select your type of care, select your network, enter your zip code and click Submit. Preferred providers for the care type you need, such as an urgent care center, are displayed with contact information. MoneyMap makes it as simple as go here, get care, save money.
All right, folks, so that's called Money Map. The next video I'm going to show is something called Hospital Bill Eraser. This is the biggest differentiator with our plans than any of the other components we've gone through thus far. This is what's going to really help you save. God forbid you have a bill from a hospital. So please watch this next video and then we'll move along to the additional products as well.
100 million Americans are entitled to free or discounted hospital care, yet few know it. Nonprofit hospitals are required to give free care, yet they skirt their obligation to do so. Let Hospital Bill Eraser take on the burden of dealing with the hospital bill for you. The free care zone is in the blue part of this chart. It's based on household income and family size. That's free care waiting to be had at thousands of hospitals. Many hospitals have a sliding scale discount for care, up to double the dollar amount shown. Hospital Bill Eraser's free care worksheet has created a savings calculator so that the real amount owed is shown. Hospital Bill Eraser has indexed the financial assistance, phone numbers, applications, and policies for each hospital. This permits us to quickly begin to erase a hospital bill and explore the details of a financial assistance policy to assure the best outcome for our members. Hospital Bill Eraser also can be used proactively for elective care via our free care map. For example, by knowing a pregnant woman's household income and number of family members, Hospital Bill Eraser can quickly determine which hospitals can provide her a free delivery. No hospital permits pre-approval for financial aid, yet our detailed review and analytics of each hospital greatly facilitates free care. The application to erase the bill can be completed, ready, and waiting. Hospital Bill Eraser has a medical bill negotiation wizard ready to help detect the all too common billing impropriety associated with inflated surprise hospital bills. The Eraser software wizard helps analyze 20 different opportunities to lower a hospital bill and automatically generates a medical bill negotiation letter. Kick back, relax, let us take on the hospital for you.
All right, so those are the two components that, again, are embedded in each of the plans we just went through. And again, I will open it up for questions here momentarily, but moving along, we also have two bundled plans, which really just takes the three low plans, bundles them all together with about a 10% premium savings, as well as the three high plans, those bundled together also for that 10% premium savings. We also offer MEC plans. This is minimum essential coverage. These are coverages that suffice in the ACA mandate that says, hey, everybody needs to have an underlying major medical plan. These cover wellness screenings all at 100%. So we do have a basic MEC plan. We also have one that includes 8 doctor visits and urgent care with copays. It includes wellness visits, immunizations, STI screenings, and then an RX program and a 24/7 virtual urgent care. That means if you're sick, hurt, something that you can do over the phone on a virtual call, you can tap into free of charge 24/7. Lastly, we have some MEC plans that embed some of the other components that you saw. For example, the Pro Select includes the $5,000 accident plan, as well as that enhanced MEC plan that you just saw, which is the basic wellness screenings with the doctor visits and that 24/7 virtual care. And then lastly, we have that enhanced plan that includes $1,000 medical, as well as some teletherapy for mental illness, as well as a healthcare advocacy program. So those are kind of the 4 components of 4 different very basic and limited medical plans that are included or at least offered to you at an affordable rate. We then have a dental and vision reimbursement plan. This means that, and you go to whatever dentist or optometrist, ophthalmologist that you want, and whatever those actual charges are, we're going to reimburse you that amount based off of a schedule. For example, the first 150 of billed charges is reimbursed to you at 100%. The next tier is 75%, then 50%, to a max benefit of $1,000 in reimbursement. This plan is $31 a month for an individual. The Dental Pro plan is more like a PPO plan, to where you choose a dentist within the Dentamax network, and for that there is 100% preventative, which are your cleanings and your annual exams. They're covered at 100%. Fillings covered at 80%, and then some major dental work would then be covered at 50%. There's a $1,500 max benefit, and there's also a $1,000 orthodontia benefit included in this plan. Lastly, the protection pack. This includes identity and cyber protection. It includes prepaid legal. It includes pet insurance. And then it also includes financial wellness. This plan is $16 a month on a voluntary basis, or if it's something that the employer is purchasing for everyone, it can be offered at $14 a month. And so basically what you have here is a variety of programs that gives you the ability to offer to your employees at an affordable rate. There is minimum contribution as well as participation. First and foremost, each employer only needs to contribute $20 per employee per month. The employee then receives that and picks and chooses whichever plans make sense to them. If they go above that $20 allowance, you would simply deduct that from their pay and remit to us on a monthly basis. We must have 10 enrolled applications from a group. However, one employee participating in 4 different plans does equate to 4 apps. So really a group of 3 employees can make that 10 app minimum so that you can offer this within your brewery or be able to offer benefits to your employees. And so I know I really went through this high level, showed you some details on the strategy, how it returns a surplus to you, how your employees benefit from group rates with lower premiums and enhanced value, and also how you receive that 75% return of claims surplus at the end of each and every year. Before I open it up for questions, David, did you want to say anything about your relationship with the association?
Just that we appreciate it, and we're very excited about this product, and expect to communicate it on an ongoing basis. The association will continue to make reference to it, and we will actually have additional monthly meetings.
Excellent. And so with that said, Nick, is there anyone in the chat that had questions by any chance?
Yep, we've got one in the queue so far. Question is, do you offer traditional medical insurance? Example, I get sick, need tests, prescriptions, treatment, etc.
Yeah, so the MEC plans that we offer, I mean, they do include doctor visits, which can be used for sickness, and they also do include an RX program. But in terms of full-blown major medical, we do not offer that through employee choice. We have alternate avenues that we can go through to help you receive a quote with other Acrisure partners. But in terms of employee choice, the products that you saw today and that were described, those are the only products we offer. And it's really by design, because for those of you that have tried to get group major medical, you've probably realized that there are minimum participations as well as minimum contributions. Most employers are required to contribute at least 50% to the premiums to be able to offer the plans, and that can be hundreds of dollars a month, even on an individual basis. What other questions? And feel free to unmute yourself if you want to speak, or Nick, if you have those controls, if you could unmute everybody and just allow folks to feel free to voice your questions as well.
So everybody is unmuted. We do not have any other questions in the queue.
Well, folks, I certainly appreciate your time today. If this is something you're interested in, either A, implementing for your company, or B, just asking questions and having a one-on-one, please reach out to David. Who should folks reach out to start the implementation process?
Myself or Len Schomburg.
Okay, and could you provide your contact info?
Sure. I can be reached at 516-817-0065, and Len can be reached at 516-428-1435. I believe our contact info is also included in the communication that the association's been, the emails and in the newsletter.
Excellent. Well, again, folks, I do appreciate your participation today. If you do have any follow-up questions, please reach out. Other than that, have a great day, and we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.